Alright, what is up, everybody? I am playing more Star Wars Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, Thrawn's Revenge, Imperial, Civil War, because it's really awesome and yeah, it's something I've been enjoying. I've uploaded. Okay, whoa. Let's get those guys up there. It's something I um, um, sorry, I got really distracted by trying to move my units around. I've done 2 videos for already, and yeah, I mean it's it was a lot of fun even before the 2.2 version, but the 2.2 version just made it even more fun. I wonder if I shouldn't try to take out some of their buildings. I mean, I wonder if it's worthwhile, and because my guys will take damage doing this, and it will make it harder to set my defenses up. So these guys are an absolute must to take out because they're not hard to destroy, but at the same time they do. I mean, they will mete out considerable damage if you just leave them alone. So you want to make sure you're killing those guys just as fast as possible. Those machine gunners that were running up. But I'm gonna try to set up some turrets, and I'll just do one of these and one of these. And by the way, can I yeah, I just want the volume to be up a bit because I can't hear anything, and that's not very good. That's a lot better. Okay, yeah, that is so much better now. I can actually hear it. Maybe that's a bit too loud. I might turn it back down, but it's better than it was before, for sure. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're just like destroying this one building. The rest of their buildings, I guess, we'll leave alone, probably. But that building we're gonna destroy. Probably gonna try to set up some anti-air turrets as well, just because they can do damage against ground units, but also they will be okay. Yeah. So these guys here, the E-Web crew, those just need to get destroyed as quickly as possible. Because yeah, you can see how quickly they're meting out that damage. It's not very good. Oh, come on. I wanted to select this, but I misclicked. I probably shouldn't have selected the okay, come on, you guys get back up here. I probably shouldn't have selected the oh, cool, that's finally destroyed. Okay, let's move it on up. But yeah, I probably shouldn't have sent the infantry up against them because they will just tear through infantry. I'm just gonna have you guys in here. Those guys, like my ATST just got wrecked. We're gonna, I don't know, you can just go hide somewhere. It's whatever, it doesn't matter. No, I want you in here. You can fall back, because I don't need you going too far. Hey, look, a little, a door control. But, I don't know if we can do anything with it. That would be cool if we could, like, just block this bridge. Like, you come here and, like, I don't know if that's a thing that you can do. By the way, this mod is up to the 2.2.1 edition. However, I'm still playing 2.2 on account of the fact that if you use the what are these guys doing? Okay, I think they're stuck. So let's try to manually move them up. If you use the 2. Come on. The 2.2.1 edition with the 2.2 save, it won't work as well as it potentially should. So I'm just still using the 2.2 version for that reason. Absolutely no reason in the world to try to take these guys out, these houses, but I figure they're there, they might as well. Who cares? See, I can set those guys. Not like the AA turrets aren't as effective, obviously, against ground units, but they can do something. So it's not, I mean, and probably position-wise, they might have been better further back, but that's okay. As long as I have them is the important thing. But part of the reason I am taking these buildings out, you know, is just so that, you know, as I kill the infantry units, you know, they won't end up getting replaced. I reckon I should try to move up a little bit. Like, the problem is I don't have, and part of the thing I noticed with this update is it's hard to tell which units are the disposable ones and which ones are the like the actual ones you trained. Like, so like which ones have come out of a like a barracks and are just, you know, if they die the barracks will replace them, and which ones you've actually trained that if they die you'll lose. But yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy because he's sort of, you know, come out of nowhere and decided to fight my barracks. But the only problem is that stupid bunker is not being very nice, and you know, and it's these guys are having a hard time maneuvering, and they're getting themselves hurt a lot. But that's okay. I'm probably going to try to set up a vehicle repair station somewhere, probably even here maybe. That could be an idea. Okay, so that means, but yeah, it's hard to tell. Like these guys are disposable because they came out of the barracks. So if they die, you know, whatever, they'll get replaced. But I think at least most of my armor units are. I think the only ones. I think the these all-train personnel transports, or ATPTs, are the only ones that I will get replenished. So if my ATSTs just die, you know, I have to rebuild them, which is kind of crappy. You know, but it's hard to tell because the in the vanilla game, the circle around the disposable units looks different. Why are these guys stuck? I swore I told them to move here. We're gonna get that vehicle repair station set up. I wonder if there's anything good up there. That might just be like space to put a you know, some sort of building. But anyways, if I can get this repair station. Oh, okay, they're retreating. So that is good. I killed some of their units, and I don't think I lost any of mine. And anyways, definitely need more security on this planet. But ultimately, oh, I guess they're not retreating anymore, or they are. I guess they're indecisive about it. They're not sure. They need some time to think about it. That's okay. You know, as long as they don't start hitting us with orbital bombardments and bombers and crap like that. But they're gone, so bye-bye. So they lost 3 E-Web squads and a Skyhopper, apparently. Don't know what's up with that. But, yeah. So the galactic map kind of lags a bit. That's not... what planet was that, actually? Because I would like to try to build some more units on it. That's... Was it this planet? I'm gonna... No, it wasn't. Okay, well, firstly, let's do this. I'm gonna say it was this one, I think. So, because it just got attacked, we're gonna give it... Oh, these would be nice. Yeah. The thing is, we should try to give it... we should try to be building hypervelocity cannons as well on, like, you know, sort of frontier planets, and that way I can really defend the airspace a lot better. There's a limit on these, I think, galactically. Yeah, 10 in the galaxy, so don't care about building those. So I think the turbo laser towers would be good, a hypervelocity cannon, and a heavy vehicle factory. And then I can put more garrison, but I'm going to start with some Raptor troopers, or Raptor troops, and Plex soldiers, and then I'm going to build that, and that's probably enough expenditure on that planet. But yeah, the galactic conquest lags a bit, and that's just because it's it's a lot more planets, a lot more factions than in the vanilla, and it's really hard to run. And apparently, this is only a single core engine on the game, which makes sense because of how old it is. But yeah, anyways, so that's the reason. It's not really the game's fault, or sorry, it's not really the mod's fault, and it's not really my computer's fault. That's just the way it is. So I gotta try to put together one fleet that I can just come and wipe out these little fleets that are on the planets, and that like just won't get destroyed. So that's where I was just fighting, I think. Oh, and I almost got my Raptor troops. That would have been nice. So what do they got? They got nothing. Well, except for those saber tanks, nothing too scary. The TIE crawler's not the best to go against. These E-web squads, I mean, they pack a punch, but they're not. I mean, they can be taken out easily enough. You know, these swamp speeders and these skiffs, not worried about at all. It's mainly these two things of tanks I'm most worried about. So we will see how this goes. I really don't want to lose my two ATST squads. But once I get those Plex soldiers on, then these guys will be a lot easier to deal with. So let's begin. Let's see. I really want to hold this planet because, you know, once I can get some more security on it, this will be really easy to hold. So as soon as this loads, but that's why the Galactic Conquest side of things lags. But the actual scrimmage battles don't, because just the mod takes the Galactic Conquest map and expands it so much with so much more data for the game to have to deal with than in the vanilla version. So it's one of those things that it's one of those things that seems counterintuitive, like because it's an older game. Like if this was a newer game, basically it wouldn't lag as much. Which sounds, I think could sound counterintuitive, but it's obviously just because of older games aren't as good as taking advantage of newer hardware, and then the example being the fact that it's a single core engine. All right, but this is almost loaded. There we are. Begin. Oh, this is not the planet I was on before. That's interesting. Okay, well, they're here. Okay. So let's try to set up a really nice defense. They can probably cross the water, So I'm going to want an anti-vehicle turret there. I want an anti-air turret. I'm going to leave my ATSTs here, and I'm going to take the ATPTs? Yeah, ATPTs and the infantry up to try to create some kind of security, I don't know, just with turrets. So select everyone, and actually I'm just going to control 1. So now I've hit control 1, so now whenever I hit 1, these guys will be selected automatically. And I'm going to select all of these guys, control 2. Now if I hit 2, the ATSTs will be selected, so that's a helpful feature in the game. I probably just need somewhere with like 2 turrets where I can set up a spot to take down those those, what are they called, saber tanks? Let's move these guys up here. I'm going to actually just secure this turret, and I'm probably just going to move the infantry guys back, just because at the end of the day, most likely those saber tanks are just going to come over the water, and I'd rather be waiting for them than off somewhere else. So, and it also means I can pull these ATSTs back a little bit, which is kind of helpful as well, because I would rather them live than, you know, the infantry and the ATPTs. So I'm even just gonna, we're accelerating time, so hopefully someone will come and attack us or something. Could be nice, maybe. Or else I will just have to try to use these guys to hunt some of the enemy units down, but yeah, okay. Oh, oops, I had the wrong group selected. Okay, so these guys are just going to move up.
Keep going. This way. Over there.
You know, I'm going to turn accelerated time off, or sped up time, or whatever. Yeah, that's never good. I assume they were kind of just waiting to get the bombardment available, so they could just like call that down on my buildings, which is kind of crap. But yeah, whatever.
Scouting area. Let's go.
I said it, they have enough units. Like I don't know why they don't just all blitz them out and you know, take down the base area.
Right away.
Kind of, you know, I mean, because I don't know if I would necessarily even win against that. Actually, if I was the attacker, I would more than likely get like anything that couldn't go up the water. I would just bring them up here, and then everything up the water, and I would bring them up, and then I would okay, go up this way. I think probably the best. Nope, I moved them right into the bombing. Okay, well, I got one unit up. So you're gonna live here for a second. But yeah, I would move everything that can't go up the water up around here. Everything that can go up the water up the water path, and then, you know, just do a synchronized attack, and that'd be the best. So I just need those units to respawn, but at least they kind of wasted their bombing run. I mean, it kind of was effective, but like at the same time, look at this. Like, you know, you stay. Don't like. I kind of hate how the units in this sort of do their own thing, but then they're not smart enough to do it in a way that will actually like save them from dying. And more often than not, they'll get themselves killed. Well, that's one of each. I just need one more infantry, which is here. Okay, so we just need to wait for these guys to move up, and then our sort of squad one will be ready again. But yeah, like the anti-vehicle turret, like even though they hit, you know, the squad with the bombing run, you know, the anti-vehicle turret is still more than capable of dealing with any TIE crawler threats. You know, the problem is they just run away. You know, don't let themselves get killed, which isn't very considerate of them, but I mean, yeah, regardless, you know, that anti-vehicle turret, like once the saber tanks, once we run into those, then we're going to have a problem. But this guy's already like at half damage, so I'm not as worried, you know, sending my my squad one against them, even though my squad one, that sounds bad. That sounds like everything's breaking. I guess sound effect is playing? Or that was playing, I guess? That sounded like everything was breaking. Okay, well, we're going to hold here, though, for a second. Because I want to capture this landing point. I do really want to take out this crawler, though, but like I don't want to follow him out too far. I wonder what's down here, if there's anything worthwhile in this little clearing. I might try to make a vehicle turret, or not turret, a vehicle, a vehicle repair station, just so I don't have to keep like replacing these guys, because they're going to be the guys who are going to die a lot. Oh, come on. Oh, I guess this is a travelable path. I guess you can travel on this, so fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Oh, really? Another bombing run that I'm probably, like, there's no way I can avoid this. These guys are screwed. So I'm not even going to try. Like, if the, I don't know, if the unit's, like, ability to maneuver was a bit better, maybe. But even then, like, there's no way they could have gotten away in time. So, if I don't think the AI did that on purpose, but if they did, that was a really, really smart move. But yeah, the vehicle turret here has helped because it just protected from a threat. And what I'm realizing too is there is a little path up here that could be followed. So literally every unit could come up this way. So if I was playing, then I would just push everything up this way because actually no, I would send like scouts up first to make sure there's no like artillery units or stuff. I'd probably send some like units with the ability to like some flying units and just send them over to make sure there's no artillery or anything defending that. I would just but like this one vehicle turret could be overwhelmed, and I don't really have enough units after that to make a real defense. So yeah, that's the way I would do it. Also, the building models have little little turrets there. I wonder, like, do they actually shoot and defend themselves? Because if so, that would be pretty cool. I wouldn't have a problem with that. You also got, that's me, kind of. That's the character who's in charge of my faction. Do I get another ATPT? Because I should. I want one, please. What, do I run out? Like, is there a finite amount of units these guys will give you? Because if so, this kind of sucks.
Right behind you.
Because the cool thing is when they give you like an unlimited amount, you can just like spam them out and waste them and not have to care.
Right away.
But if they're finite, then this might go bad real quick.
Moving out. Come on, man, this way.
But
Heading out. Fall out.
I know they are running out of at least of those TIE crawlers a little bit, but I don't think we've seen anything but TIE crawlers yet. That and bombers, obviously, but
Inputting coordinates. We'll check it out. Keep going.
the other problem is oh, that's okay. Yeah, let's capture this. This will be very handy. It'd be more handy if I had bombers, or some sort of fighters. Even could help, but this could be very handy. I almost wish there was an option just to destroy it, because then at least I could make sure they aren't able to use it. But anyways, I was saying, like, part of the thing that would make this hard, if playing on, we got to get here and capture this landing zone as fast as possible, because if we can prevent them from getting any more units on the ground, then we've already won. But it would be hard. Like, if you lost all your units, and they just decided they didn't want to attack, it would be hard, because you would be waiting and sitting around doing nothing, and it would be incredibly boring, and like eventually just be the stalemate where you're hanging out and doing nothing and they're hanging out and doing nothing, and it's just like the computer doesn't get bored, but you might. So that's the whole thing. Actually, I'm just gonna even.
On my way. Yes, sir. Enemy bombardment is ready.
Ooh, that's no good.
Spreading out.
But yeah, we just need, like, even if we can just turn it to neutral, it doesn't matter at all. Like, we just need this. Yeah, there we go. Because there's no way they can land any more units now.
Engaging enemy. We'll cover you.
They can do that. You know what? And it doesn't even matter. And I'm glad they did. I'm glad they used their bombardment that way, because that means our ATSTs are safe. But they have nothing they can do now. Maybe they can call in a bombing run, and maybe I'll lose some ATSTs. But at the end of the day, they're not taking the planet this time. This time, the planet is going to remain safe, unless this little guy somehow, for no reason, has the ability to take a landing zone, which he doesn't. But yeah, I mean, he's going down. They are calling a bombing run, and that's pretty crap. Okay, just move up as fast as you can. Like, just keep on going forward. Well, at least they lost a bomber. That helps. See, it was a good idea putting the anti-air turret there, because it really saved these guys a little. Well, I mean, the bombers weren't getting hit anyways, but still. But yeah. So, we won that. Two TIE crawlers gone. Now we have our Raptor troop there, which is helpful, and hopefully we can get the Plex soldiers as well. That's really going to help, because that's going to, you know, give us a greater ability to fight anything that anything that's armor, and that's, you know, I mean, and since they are using a fair amount of armor, that's going to be really good. Okay, but I need to put together a fleet, so I need to see where all my fleets are. I'll probably just assemble it here. Or actually, I should maybe assemble it on Dathomor, because that's where, and Dathomor's defended. It's got the Golem 3, or I keep trying to say Golem, but it says it has a Golem 3. Where are they approaching? I don't know where they're approaching, so we'll just wait till that happens, I guess. But so they were approaching here. Really? Okay, so which is the attacking fleet? I'm not sure. These guys, I think, maybe? Yeah, it's these guys. I don't think she has a very strong ship, relatively. Mind you, like, look at the fleet I have here. It's not gonna hold up remotely. So I'm gonna try to put some of those guys as quickly as possible. I'm gonna initiate the battle. And most likely I'm just gonna fleet, because I have 4 corvettes and 4 frigates. They have capital ships, so yeah, I wonder who's gonna win. Yeah, not me. So this just needs a load. This just needs a load. So I guess this is an important military planet in the, you know, the sort of Star Wars universe of things, which is probably why we can build that company there. So we should really try to hold this planet. We should try to secure the airspace here, because then we can put that corporation up, and that would probably help us a lot. If this loads, that's, you know, one of the unfortunate things is just it seems like the skirmish battles do take a long time to load, and that's really too bad. But I mean, they took not as long as this, but they did take a while in the vanilla game, to be sure, but not nearly as long as this. So yeah, I mean, they got all these capital ships. So where are my guys? You are going this way. Yeah, and you guys can just keep them busy. Who cares? Ready for action. And we're just going to speed up time. Oh, they got these are headhunters, I think. Or no, those are X-Wings. The icon looked like headhunters to me. I'm not sure why. But yeah, even just their fighter force would be overwhelming. Oh, hey, look, hey, purple guys are here. That's an interesting style of ship. Look at that thing. Actually, all these ships are interesting in their style. That's pretty neat. But yeah, I might even lose my ships, like, just on account of not being able to retreat in time. Because even this ship that, or this fleet that's coming in, you know, this like little raid fleet, is completely useless. Like, it's you know, it's not even, like, it's not an incompetent fleet, but, you know, against this many, you know, capital ships, you know, this much power, yeah, it's not going to do anything. But we're gone, so it's not our problem. We did obviously lose a light frigate shipyard, and that is our problem. But hopefully these Raptor troops will build fast enough, because if not, we're really only going to have infantry units, and we got a hero here. So that's another reason we need to keep this planet. I'm gonna pause the game though. I really do need to put a fleet together, and it's gonna be here. So, okay. So everything that's like weak sauce. Oh, can we not? Okay, I guess we can't do that when it's paused. So everything weak sauce, we're gonna move here. Like we're just gonna move out of, and basically we're just gonna try to secure. What are these? Okay, these are gonna stay here because this is one of the planets we are trying to secure. So we're not going to take them away. Although I do want to make sure, does it have, we should try to build, I wonder if it's worth building a trading station. I don't know, because I don't know if this is going to be, like, obviously we want it wherever we're making the most money. Oops, I actually want it, a Golem too, I guess. Give me 2 of those. And I'd probably rather have that than a trading station for right now. Victory, I don't care. False. Okay. I just want to find like my biggest, most powerful ships. Come on, no. Come on, I just want to look at this real quick. I don't think these are going to be it. And those we're leaving for now. Might pull that one out. I might pull some of these guys out. Yeah. And that should be good, but okay. So, is this what's getting attacked? Okay. So this is not a hard force to defend against, so this should actually end up being okay.